When I was at WT, I started as an artist. I was looking for a place where I could land and work. There were a lot of night classes. There were classes on the weekend. When I wasn't in class and I wasn't working, I was at the Panhandle Plains Museum. Many times skipping out of class to go to the Panhandle Plains Museum. With the baby on the way, I realized that I'm going to graduate with a degree as a painter. What am I going to do when I get out? And I transitioned into graphic design, and that was pre-computers, you know. It was when you had a drawing board and a T-square, and I'm still an artist, but instead of working primarily on a canvas, I work on the television screen and on the film screen.
Michael is a genius when you get in the editing bay. I remember sitting in editing with him and watching him, and I'd say, Michael, you know, if you don't make me cry, you're fired. And he did an effective job.
He just prepares for every job. He knows what he's going to do when we get there. And he's just a pleasure to work with. I love working with him.
Michael, when he's usually a director, and he has been known to write as well, and do makeup and hair.
He's good at it too.
He's really good.
He's got quite a resume and has just one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, professional from beginning to finish.
I don't know anybody that's more devoted to art development, and takes an artistic point of view in pretty much everything he does.
I always use something on the set. The fish always stinks at the head, and meaning that if we haven't got our stuff together, somebody hasn't prepped enough and all that stuff. Anytime we've all worked together with Michael.
He's always prepared. I have another saying, because it flows downhill, and it does not happen with Michael, ever.
That's true.
Ever.
Had an opportunity to direct a project. It was a pro bono job, so I wasn't getting paid for it, for the Second Harvest Food Bank of Texas. And they had secured a spokesperson, who was Michael Merriman. So in 1985, I directed Long Line of Love with Michael Murphy. Well, as a result of that, the phone started to ring.
The Academy of Country Music Award. The top country video is
Only in America.
Well, thank you very much. It's a big surprise. Wasn't expecting this. I'd like to introduce y'all to Michael Merriman, who we've done a lot of videos with.
The Academy of Country Music Video of the Year was pretty much the big one. To win that was a great honor, and it was with Brooks and Dunn, and I kind of started with them. Brooks and Dunn's first album, I did all the music videos on that.
The Elvis Presley estate contacted me to do a documentary on Elvis's life. My daughter was vice president of Universal Music, and she was in charge of creative services. And so I asked Joanna, give me the name of 2 or 3 people who would really be good for this. And she named Merriman, and that's the first major project that we worked on, the gospel music of Elvis Presley.
Probably his greatest accomplishment, according to me, is he produced Elvis.
Now, I know you have to give Elvis some credit, but I'd also have to say that because of Merriman, it was so good, and it still sells today as well as it did in 1999. So, I mean, Elvis does contribute to that, but I guarantee you, Michael Merriman did a magnificent job.
I think that one of the things about Michael that I admire the most is the people he surrounds himself with. They're all just top-notch, first kind of quality, not only in their profession, but human beings. And that's tough to find in this business.
I've worked with a lot of people in this country, in this field, and Michael is one of the most talented I've worked with. I think he measures up with anybody.
He comes prepared on the job to get the job done. And he's a nice guy.
He's more like an older brother, or maybe a younger brother, I don't remember.
There is no one more deserving of this award than Michael Merriman. No more deserving than Michael Merriman. I'm proud to be a part of his team.
It's an incredible honor to have been nominated, first of all. As a matter of fact, I had to ask if they were sure that the distinguished part really fit, because I'm in the film business, music business. But I tell people the most important thing I learned when I was at WT was I learned how to see. And I learned how to see as an artist. That got me my first job, and it's still with me today.